Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. A big update on the Team KnK day cab that I'm building for Mike Kirby that sadly I've had for a few years. When I got into the big RC slump, I just quit working on everything. But anyways, we are back at it. The body is not mounted very well. He wanted, I go back 3 years ago to my first video. Uh, Orange cab and everything else, flat black. So I chose, and I don't have a can in here, to my, I think it's TS81, but don't quote me, bright orange. So there is, and by any means, it's not show quality. I had a tough time. Somebody had already cut the sleeper off and tried to fill in the top. I pretty much had to redo it. I got it the best I can. Without just keep dumping in more hours into it. So there's 3 coats of Tamiya primer, 4 coats of the bright orange, which happens to be 2 cans. I painted the orange last Wednesday, and I'm gonna shoot hopefully 4 coats of the Tamiya gloss clear over top of it. So 3 to 4 coats, and then we'll rub it out with polishing compound. And I'm going to give it a week to fully cure because I learned that the clear dries at a different rate than the paint, and I do not want it to crack. So that's the paint stage of the cab. The chassis, it is all flat black. Every bit of it. Oh, well, I take that back. I just got the radio gear installed, and he wanted the 3-speed. So the 3-speed mechanisms and servo horn are not painted black, which I'm going to hand paint those. But other than that, we stayed with. He wanted the old school. I believe this was. I didn't measure it. If this was a King Hauler cab or chassis. What do we have here? It's 22.5-inch rails. So I believe that's the King Hauler, not a Grand Hauler. I think the Grand Haulers are 26. So I stayed with, the quarter fenders. Um, you know, One side of the step should have had the MFU cut out, which I did them the same. Fuel tanks are the same. Stock front bumper, and we're going to put the lenses back in, which are not super clear, so I think they'll kind of fit the theme, old school. Put black mud flaps on the back, blacked everything out, black bumper. I will put the lenses in. I have the set that was on this truck, and I also have a new set in another bumper, so it'll get the light lenses. He did not want lights in it. Does not want a sound unit. RC 4-wheel drive 45 turn, and if I remember correctly, I think I modified the plate and should have a 9-tooth pinion on it, I believe. That's kind of how I build all of them. The AE2, I believe. Yeah, I don't know what it. Yeah, AE2, axial crawler speed controller. If anybody knows Kirby, he pretty much has the biggest RC collection, I would go as to say, in the world. And when I picked this truck up from him, he gave me that speed controller. Normally, you guys know I use the Hobbywing 1080s. He gave me that. It's just fine. He gave me the motor, The only bummer, I think, is it's only 2S. I like running my trucks on 3S, but with the 3-speed working on this, I wouldn't worry about it. I think I've already mentioned the Fly Sky. It's the same one, Fly Sky FSI 6S, and it's identical to this. Throttle, steering, and then the 3-position switch. All the switches have to be up when you turn these on, or they won't work. So in the up position, I have this set that it's in low gear. And then when you flip it to the middle, it's in second, and down it's in high gear, third gear. And again, you're back into first, and then that's when you can turn it all on. That's all you wanted on it. So that's about it. Just a few small details. The grill, I do not have the mesh for it yet, so if I can't find the Tamiya one, I'm going to do something there. But like I said, everything is flat black. I might try to find a Kenworth emblem, and it's going to have the double like W900 headlights, which will be black. Let's get this side. Air cleaners, stock King Hauler, flat black. I mean, this thing is going to be really sharp with that orange, and then everything else flat black. Out of all the color combinations I've done on these trucks, this one's going to look good too. The only thing I don't have is stacks, and we're going to that event in 2 more weeks here in Napoleon, Ohio. And True Scale, shout out to True Scale RC. They'll have some stuff there, so I'm hoping they'll have the stacks that I'm looking for to put on this, and they're going to get flat blacked also. It does have, I did put a window in the back, so I'll have to cut some Lexan out to put the window. I might put a headache rack. I'm not sure yet. He kind of wanted like a junkyard semi theme, and I didn't commit to building a trailer, but I have an idea for a trailer, and I'm not going to spoil that right now in case it doesn't happen. But the truck runs. I got the electronics works. Well, I lost my 2S battery. Oh, hang on. It's on the charger here. This is a 2200 milliamp 2S. I am not going to put the seats in it. I know he doesn't want a driver figure anyways, so I'm going to leave the seats out. I'm going to put the dash and the windshield, and then you'll be able to put a small 2S in here like this. I usually use Velcro, the industrial Velcro, and we'll make sure it'll fit in there. I've done it this way before. Normally I put the GT sound unit in there, but he doesn't want sound either, so that's my test battery. So anyways, that's a real quick update on the Team KnK Hardware Day Cab King Hauler. So when I get it done and actually running, hopefully footage of it, maybe at that show, if I get it finished, that'll be mixed in with that video. But I'll definitely do a final video when it is actually finally finished. So thanks for joining me, and we'll talk to you guys later.